report.
And here we are back again, and Kate Dudding from Story Circle at Proctors is here. They have their annual Tellabration. Don't you love that name, Tellabration? You're telling stories, right?
You betcha.
You got lots of storytellers?
Yes, we have 10 storytellers this year, and the theme is different. It's usually been a humorous theme, but since we'll be telling on the day before Veterans Day, we thought our theme should be courage and remembrance. Mm-hmm. So we will have stories about 3 veterans, about a local teacher who is fighting bullying in her classroom, about a 10-year-old girl from India who helped save trees 40 years ago, and lots of other stories, most of them true, a few folk tales, and we have something different that we've never had before. One of our new storytellers, well, new to us, she's a fine storyteller, is also a dancer. So she's telling a story from Hawaii that is both a true story and that has a folk tale at its center, and then she'll be doing the hula that goes with the folk tale at the end.
And the hula is a story. Every movement has a part of a story.
Yes, we found that once we've heard the story, we can follow the hula without any footnotes, if you will.
Exactly. And in order for you to understand what goes on at a Tellabration, Kate's going to give us a story.
You bet.
And what is our story going to be?
It's going to be about a U.S. Army nurse. I will be telling a different story about her at Tellabration, but this is a story about Lieutenant Colonel Frances M. Liberty from Watervliet, who was a U.S. Army nurse for 28 years, serving during World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. When she was interviewed about her Army career, she was asked, "What was one of the most significant experiences that you ever had?" "It was when I was stationed in an Army base in New Jersey, near an airfield. There was a young pilot there who, as soon as he took off one day, he realized his plane wasn't going to fly. Now, he could have landed on a road in the housing area, but he knew he would kill some children by doing that. So he chose to crash land in a field. His plane burst into flame. He was burned over 60% of his body. He lost an ear. They brought him to our hospital. They weren't going to do anything for him. They said he was too far gone. They wouldn't even transfer him to the Army's burn unit in Texas. We nurses took care of him. We used our free time to be by his bedside 24 hours a day. He did not die. We got him well enough so they finally agreed to transfer him to the burn unit in Texas. 5 years later, I went to an Army base to take a course, and then afterwards went to the officers' club at the nearby air base. A fellow sat down next to me. I heard a noise, and I looked, and there was an ear in his glass. I looked at him, and he said, "You don't remember me, do you?" It was the young pilot. I told him, "You're much handsomer than you used to be." That was one of the most satisfying experiences of my life. A story about Lieutenant Colonel Frances M. Liberty.
Oh, she married him then, right? No?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, she was Frances. Okay.
Yes.
I had to
yes.
get that straight. Yeah.
Yes. With an E.
Yeah, with an E. That's there's IS and ES, right?
Yes.
We got to get it right. That's a wonderful story.
Oh, she was. I never saw her in real life person, but she was interviewed as part of the New York Veterans Oral History Project. From Watervliet. She was born upstate, but she moved to Watervliet when she was around 10. And that video of hers is available on the Library of Congress's Veterans Oral. So I spent time with her this weekend.
Oh, how wonderful!
Again. So it's just wonderful.
What a wonderful story that is.
Yes.
And these are the kind of stories that you'll hear, and you'll be going, and some of them will go, ooh, or ah. I mean, there's something kind of like a kicker in a lot of them. A kicker and something that draws you in, that resonates with you, that may be surprising, but these stories have a lot of heart to them. When is this going to be? Where is it going to be? And do you charge?
It's going to be this Sunday, November 10th at 2 o'clock in the GE Theater here at Proctors. Yes, we do charge. All the profits we make and all the storytellers are volunteers. And they bring goodies, so there are refreshments at intermission. All the money is used to underwrite subsequent storytelling events. From last year's profits, we underwrote a storytelling event at the Veterans Hospital in Albany, at a house concert in Castleton, and up in Saratoga for the Academy for Lifelong Learning.
Now, I know that you also try to encourage kids, and you go to schools sometimes in...
Yes, oh, I would love to tell my stories. I personally specialize in stories of people who made a difference. And my third CD, my most recent one, is about young people who made a difference.
And this is really great. And storytelling is the oldest form of stories, I guess you'd say, because before the written word, there were stories being told.
Yes, I like to think, there are those caves in France where they have paintings. I'm going, they told the stories around the fire first. There I was with my little spear and this mastodon came up and I got him right in the eye,
And somebody drew a picture of a mastodon to say, this is what it looked like.
Right, exactly. Now, there are musicians who say perhaps music was the first art form. So, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, because you always have a baby you got to hum to.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that's
and
right.
the normal songs that nature produces, the wind in the trees.
Yeah, exactly.
And so forth. But
It's just such a joy to have a storytelling group in our area. People have said to me, we're so rich in our area. And I said, yes, we have theater, we have a lot of things, but storytelling to me is an art form that needs to be nurtured, experienced, and enjoyed, right?
And not only do we have our group, but we also have the Interfaith Story Circle of the Tri-City area.
Yeah.
And Children at the Well is a project of them. The Interfaith Story Circle's premise is the more people of faith hear each other's stories, the more they realize how much they have in common. And that's true of all stories.
Yeah.
Once you hear someone's stories, you can't hate them anymore as the faceless enemy.
Yeah, them and us.
Them and us. It's like, well, I think of in Ireland, because I have Irish heritage on both sides of that conflict. Your father was kneecapped. My father was kneecapped.
Yeah, exactly. And then you now are connected.
Yes.
Yeah. Kate Dudding, Tellabration. Do yourself a favor and enjoy some great stories, and they even have snacks, so this is a cool thing. Good. It's at Proctors at the GE Theater, and that will be on the 10th, is it?
Yes.
Sunday the 10th.
At
Check
2.
it. Do yourself a favor. Enjoy it.